There's another one. Now I just pulled in my driveway, so this is a different one from the one down the road. And there's another one there. the tree. Another one in the tree. That is my night sky. I didn't count, but quite a few. They surround. Here's a triangle right here. Big triangle. Another triangle right there. And this is a big triangle, right there. Another triangle right there. And one more right there. little one. Right? Oh, right there. And right there. Another one. Another one there. Now, they say that each formed triangle is a little ship because they're attached to the ship in a triangle pattern. So if you take that triangle and connect the dots, apparently that's how big that particular ship is. Now, I've only really seen it once, and it was a huge triangle, and it was right at dusk, and I can't confirm it with my video because it was faint, and it's obviously a camouflaged ship that blends in with the night sky. Very hard to discern what you're looking at. The naked eye you can see better. In the near future though, I'm hoping to get anybody else out there, if you are wondering and are thinking about getting a nice camera that's affordable, the Sony I believe it's the Sony A7S, I think. Sony A7S III. I'm pretty sure that's it. Anyway, it's a fantastic camera with one of the best for low light and nighttime footage, whether it be photography or videography. Like I said, it's got one of the best processors and sensors in it, and if you combine that with Sony's high-end lenses, now there's one that is a 400 millimeter f 2.8. That is particularly the lens that you want to use in this instance, like I just captured, because these entities that I am getting coverage of, such as, let's say this one for example. Now this one is, where's he at? All right, there he is. This one is in the range I'm at, I believe, 9 times zoom right now with this camera. But with the 400 millimeter, that distance it's at right now, I'm guessing between 1 and 2,000 feet. I'm guessing. I'm not certain, but it's below cloud cover. So or right. It's either right at cloud level or just below. Sometimes if it's clouds are moving in, they will be right below it or right near the bottom, and will be out of reach, but it's right there. However far cloud cover is at, I'm not for certain. So I'm guessing 1 to 2,000 feet. It could be a little less, but that particular lens is very, very expensive. I'm talking US dollars is right around $14,000. Yeah. So I most likely am not going to be getting that particular lens. There is a really nice quality camera shop nearby that has rentals. I'm gonna check on it, but I would like to see about renting that particular lens for a day or two. It's not too bad. Maybe $100 a day. I can afford that, and I can get what I need. However, there is the 200 millimeter f2.8. It's the same thing, except for it's 200 millimeter instead of 400. And that particular lens runs between $2,000 and $3,000. I can afford that. I can't really. I mean, if I spend a month of really penny pinching, cutting back on other things, and I could probably get it, but I think I can find one used that's really good condition for about half that price, and that would be even better. But I'm gonna try that, see how that works. Where did he go? He's in the tree limbs. But anyway, I'm gonna give that a shot, see how that goes. I did some research. There's a couple cameras. There's the Nikon Z6i or something like that. That's a really good camera as well. It's right up there with the Sony as far as low light nighttime coverage, with a good processor, a good sensor. However, from what I've read up on, the Sony is cheaper and better. So anyway, pretty soon here I'm be getting at least the body of this Sony, and that one is right around anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000. The Nikon is about $500, $900 more. But like I said, from what I read, the Sony is better anyway. It's a little cheaper, but it's supposed to be better. So I'm gonna go with the Sony, and their lenses are comparable to Canon, and I believe you can even interchange Canon lenses with the Sony if you use a adapter. So I mean, hopefully here soon we'll have that. And also I hope to be getting that new Samsung Galaxy 23 Ultra, which has from what I understand, 100 times zoom, a good sensor for low light, and a processor that can capture some good nighttime footage as well. Much better apparently than this 14 Pro Max iPhone. So we're gonna give that a whirl too and see how that goes. But I might have that Sony before the phone, and that's going to be better anyway because it takes videos and photos as well. And I believe, pretty much, which you want to get the video footage to show real-time live footage that's hard to debunk. That's the problem here, is people, you show your footage and they can see it, they still don't believe it. That's fine. I'm not trying to convince anybody anyway. I'm just trying to show people what I'm seeing. They can believe it, they can disregard it, I don't care. But I just don't like when people try to debunk you and say some crazy shit, because I know what I'm seeing here is not government. I just showed you guys the night sky here, and these debunkers, I'm like, look, you think the government put 30, 40 drones above my house to monitor me for some reason? Come on, man. I mean, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a world leader. I'm nobody, you know? Yeah, when I was younger, I committed some crimes. But the crimes I committed were, I've got, I don't know, 4 or 5. Assault on police. Yeah, yep. I do. I was pretty wild and out when I was young, you know, and I took no shit. And any cop I dealt with that I got into it with was just a bad cop, you know. He was aggressive. He was, you know, out of place, and I just didn't take no shit, you know. I had a few other things, you know. I had dope on me one time and a couple other minor stuff. To me, it was minor. You look at the charge and it, oh my God, you know, but they like to title it to make it sound, you know, like you did something really big time. But I don't have no, like, armed robberies or breaking into people's houses or, you know, I got one where I was in my 20s, and we used to go do what we call beer dash. You know, grab a case of beer and run out the store. Yep. We've done that, you know. Stuff like that, you know. That's I was a low-level criminal, you know. But what I'm getting at is I don't have nothing on there that would require the government to set out 40 high-level drones to monitor me for some reason. I mean, you know, that's the only thing. I mean, if these were drones, which they're not, that would mean these are the most sophisticated drones in the world, and the government would put 30, 40 of them above my house every night for some reason. Come on, man. But if they're not drones, they say they are I don't know, a planet in the galaxy far away, or a star. Well, they're neither. I've had that app, what's it called? I forget the name of it. But I've had that app out while I'm filming. None of them come up as stars or planets. So, and I've been an athlete all my life, and in numerous sports, football, golf, softball, baseball, you know, darts, billiards. I've done everything, you know. And one thing that makes an athlete a good athlete is reaction time and depth perception. If you're not very good at that, you're just a clumsy regular person. You know, you're not gonna be an athlete. It's just not gonna happen. But when you have depth perception, which this is, you pretty much, you can observe. I've observed these things for 8 months now. And you know when they're moving, they're on the move. When they're close to the ground. I've seen them, see this bush right here? Right there. That bush. Right there. Right, that bush. Okay, now I've seen these as low as that bush, and I've seen them as high as that. So if they come down and they go back up, that's not something in outer space, in the galaxy. So, you know, debunkers. You know, so we're trying to do our best to debunk the debunkers and prove to them. Well, I don't, now honestly, I don't really think it's, that's really what I want to do, is debunk the debunkers and prove to them anything, because I honestly don't care. But it gives others that do believe that there's something out there something to grasp, something to hold on to, you know, because it's going to give a better view and better quality of footage that they can look at and say, now that is no doubt an entity, UFO, space, whatever you want to call it. There's going to be no question that that is what it is. I mean, you may not even believe in this type of stuff, but when you see something that gives you no doubt, then, you know, I mean, you really have no choice but to kind of get a grasp on that, you know, get some critical thinking skills going on, and question, you know, everything you ever thought or believed, and rethink it, you know, because you know, it's going to be in your face. So anyway, I'm done rambling. I'm head in here and send these videos out. And so have a good night, people. One more shot. Good night.